I'm still nervous. We're going back. Because every time, it's not about them, not about what they're doing, not about anything else.
Yeah.
It's just about going back.
What's things about Chicago?
The hospital.
Yeah.
Every time, like, we go back to Chicago, I just feel a little nervous.
She came out perfect. We never had a sniffle, a cold, nothing. Everything she did was absolutely perfect. So we couldn't have asked for any more. She was one of those babies who ate when she was supposed to eat, slept when she was supposed to sleep, giggled and laughed and did everything just like a normal kid.
Daddy, it was all your fault.
My fault?
It was. You were ripping at my hair.
If you looked at Marisa, other than if you didn't see the vent tube coming out, you'd be surprised to say that she has a life-threatening syndrome.
April of 2010, my daughter started getting a little bit of a belly, like a little beer belly. That's what we were calling a little pot belly. And being our first child, we didn't really know if that was normal or not. And we were told that normal weight gain for 3 to 4, 4 to 5 would be 3 to 4 pounds per year. And my daughter gained 7 pounds in less than 2 months.
We went from a healthy child to a little chunky child to having a growth, to a slight breathing problem, to a slight breathing problem at night, to a slight, breathing problem to the day, to a trach, to now, 100% on the vent. I mean, it's not even a year.
Daddy! Am I done yet?
ROHAD is basically what they call rapid onset hyperventilated, hypothalamic autonomic dysfunction. It's a lot of words. Basically what it all boils down to is everyone has a hypothalamus and it's shaped like a peanut. And with this hypothalamus, what it does is it controls all your autonomic functions, from your breathing to the batting of your eyes to your heart, your lungs. It sends signals to your pituitary gland. Basically, is your centralized brain activity is all done through this hypothalamus. And what ROHAD basically is that hypothalamus is injured or damaged. It's not working properly. You're pricking or am I pricking?
You're pricking. Oh, not
No, the cartridge. Okay, inside or outside?
Either one you want.
Very disheartening
1, 2,
because
3, prick me.
every day could be a new day. Every day is something where we might see a new symptom come up or a new sign, or every time we go in for blood work, we don't know what to expect. Did her growth hormone stop? Is her certain levels too high or too low? Is she going to reach puberty earlier or have late puberty? They don't know these answers, so everything's a guessing game.
A lot of the signs people don't see or know, like her hands are always cold and her feet are always cold and her hands and feet are swollen. She has different heart issues and high heart rate, and her sodium internally has caused a lot of issues and problems that people don't realize. And at any second, as her breathing has changed so quickly for us, at any second it could stop.
She makes everyone else's life around them easier. If it wasn't for her, me and my wife could not get through this. There's no way on this God's earth that we would be able to not that we're not emotional wrecks, but she holds us true. Her spirit and her soul and her positiveness to get through anything is just absolutely amazing to us.
Woo! This is very relaxing.
Yeah, I bet it is.
I bet I love this peroxide.
Her character and her love of life, and like you said, her lack of sense of disability, you don't feel sorry for her because she would never want that. I think like I said, she'd actually be upset if you thought that she couldn't do something. And she'd be like, and if you told her she couldn't do it, then she'd do it even more, or she'd try to definitely do it, because she would never never give up on anything.
I think Daddy likes this. That's what I think. Daddy, get used to this.
I'm happy every day just when she's next to me and she's awake, or I go to a room and I find her awake. So, because I don't know. I don't know what tomorrow's brings, because no one can tell me that it's going to be okay and it's going to stop.
I'm terrified every day she's not going to be able to know the world. I want her to see the world. And I want her to see it in a better way than this. Because it isn't about being sick and poke and prodded and needles and hospitals.
I feel like I'm on the edge of a huge cliff, because I always felt I was distant from the ultimate tragedy of her not being around. You know, I always have that in the back of my head, and I'm always afraid now that to falling off that cliff.
Happy birthday to.
And I want her to go to college, and I want her to get married, and I want her to have children. I want her to experience life, and I want people to know how extraordinary she is. And I want them to help me save her by doing whatever they can. I want to reach people. I want them to help me in any way they can.